Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Lotus Heart Tarot. I'm so happy to have you joining us. All right, we're going to dive straight into your reading. If you're new to the channel, welcome, welcome. These are general readings, so take what resonates and leave the rest. We're going to get a look at love relationships, I believe, today. I was guided to these cards, and also I want to thank you, all of those of you who did respond to yesterday when I asked you about the message cards at the end. I am going to change it up just a little bit, but I am going to leave them because so many of you enjoy them or, you know, like that part of the reading. But I'm going to try to make it maybe a little bit more significant or a little bit more meaningful. I also have a pretty exciting announcement to make, but I'm not ready to make it just yet, but it's coming, guys. All right, so here we go. Diving in, you're getting make time for yourself, spoil yourself. It's time to pause and observe your surroundings. You may not be seeing all there is to see. Hold tight, breakthroughs are coming. Soon you will have the answers you seek. And brace yourself, big changes are coming. So you have big changes and breakthroughs on their way here, Pisces, and you also have some clarity, some answers that are coming in. Take time to pause and observe your surroundings. You may not be seeing all there is. And the make time for yourself energy. You know, this feels a bit like make some time to just clear your mind, take a hot bath, you know, do something where you don't have any intake, you don't have any real stimulation. I personally practice yoga nidra, and I highly recommend it if you haven't tried it. It's not physical exercise. It's a way to really unwind. Yoga nidra is a really powerful tool, and there's a wonderful person on YouTube named Kristen with a Y Rose Yoga. You know, it's just an offering, and you can try it and see what you think, and or not, you know. But that is one of the ways that this is what this is bringing up for me. Like if these cards were for me, that's what I would do. So I'm just offering that to you. I feel like you have this moment where there's going to be some change, there's going to be some opportunity coming in. Someone may be reaching out to communicate with you is sort of what I think. I'm also getting, there's maybe a new person and possibly an old person here, where I feel like there's something that where you were waiting for a breakthrough or where you were hoping for a breakthrough, or you may have given up on any kind of breakthrough. It feels a little shocking is what I'm saying. And so the more you are grounded and centered in yourself in moments like this, the better your response will be, you know. So that's what I'm taking away from that. I'm going to get some message cards right here to see if you have something or someone is standing in between us right now. There may be a third party situation, there may be distance, there may be some set of circumstances that make it really hard to be able to come together. You have big happy changes are coming in when you least expect it, Pisces. This energy is just like boom, boom, boom for you. It's just coming up all over the place. You have the damage has already been done. I don't know how to pick the pieces up. Yeah, I feel like there's someone here who sort of felt as though the die had been cast, or there was we'd gone past the point of no return. And I feel like, Pisces, you may have even picked up on this energy, or you may have begun to believe that yourself. I feel like, you know, this may be, cracking up, or this may be, I get it, like breaking up. Like I see like an asphalt road cracking up, like big cracks in it. So it's like this may be how this person was moving away from the situation, or was able to move away from the situation. Just like, I've already messed it up so bad that there's no way that this can be repaired. So So that may have been their modus of operandi, or how they kept themselves from sort of making their way back to you, Pisces. Then you have, I'm not sure if this is a good idea. I'm overthinking everything. What will everyone else think? So when someone's really concerned with what everyone else will think, and they're taking that into consideration when they're making decisions, they're still in their ego. They're not really considering it from the true point of, what do I want? What's best for me? What, you know, when we are our own person, and when we are truly, you know, able to listen to just our intuition and our heart and our own mind, we don't care what other people think. What other people think is none of our business. It's a reflection of them, not us. And when we live our life in accordance to the decisions that other people think we should make, we learn their karmic lessons, not ours. Because the choices that we make and the result of those choices is how we learn. And so when we're making choices because we think someone else thinks that that's the right thing to do, or we listen to our friend and the advice they give rather than following ourselves and our own advice, we learn their lessons. We take their path, and that's not the path that is meant for us, right? So we have to be of our own mind. We have to be of our own heart. We have to be of our own intuition, to be out of our ego and in this space where we are really truly ready to choose a relationship. Because otherwise, you're not just in a relationship with that person, you're in a relationship with all the people that that person looks to consult for their decision making. And that's, you know, that's risky, I'll say that. And then you have, I made the wrong turn, and honestly, the grass wasn't greener over there. This person probably listened to other people to begin with, or this person probably prioritized, well, how are other people going to view this? What are other people going to think? And that caused them to make a decision that was really out of alignment with what they felt and what they wanted and what they knew for themselves. And let me tell you, we are surrounded every day, no matter what, by people who are jealous of us, by people whose motivation is not for us to reach our highest and best, but is to, you know, kind of push us down, especially if we're surrounded by people who don't feel like they can actually honestly compete with us. Or, you know, it's not even like we're competing, you know, we're just going on our path. But if you're dealing with other people who don't have the courage to take their path and to be true to their path, which unfortunately is a lot of people out there in today's world, then you're dealing with people who, you know, a lot of times will try to mislead you or misdirect you or plant things in your mind or in your life that will sabotage you. So, you know, they'll take you away from what is best for you instead of towards it. We have to really know our own mind. We have to really know our own soul. We have to be really willing to have the courage of our own convictions. So then you have, I'm trying to make a difficult decision and it involves you. And then you have, I want to see you. So you can see some type of progression is happening here where someone goes from, you know, I blew this thing up, there's no going back, you know, it's too late, it's too hard, it's too much, to, man, you know, I can't stop thinking about Pisces, I miss Pisces, you know, yearning for Pisces is how I feel, but they're still really worried about what everyone else will think. And then it's like they're starting to realize, well, that got me to this place here, which really wasn't what I was hoping for. It wasn't, you know, positive or good. It wasn't even as good as what I had with Pisces. And then it's someone who's, you know, what this boils down to is someone who has to be willing to have the courage of their own convictions and make this difficult choice to choose their own happiness over the approval of others. And, you know, it's not that, to me, that sounds like, oh my gosh, where's the choice in that? Like, please, Jesus, I'm choosing me every single time. But it takes a lot to get there. And it's very, very difficult, especially for people who are insecure or for people who have been raised to be people pleasers, you know, and various other things. But you know, this person, it looks like, is finally making this decision that, no, you know what, I'm prioritizing this. I want to see you. A very simple statement here. So I do feel like you have someone from your past who it may have seemed or felt like there was no return for this. Because this person was unreliable, probably inconsistent, and didn't really prioritize this connection. They may be coming in here, you know, wanting to see you. But I also feel like you have some type of breakthrough happening in your own life, some type of change, something, and it can be a new person. It could be a new job. It could be a new opportunity of any kind of nature. But it feels like you had kind of begun to turn your head in a new direction and kind of started moving in that direction, and you may start to see things coming in this direction, and then bam, this blast from the past. So let's see, we're going to dive in deeper here, Pisces. I'm going to give a little more space. Oh, wow. All right. You know, when they say the course of true love never did run smooth, this is what we're seeing here. There is a lot of love. This is definitely a deep soul connection. I think this is kind of some type of path to some type of commitment. You have the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. You have the Lovers. So there's definitely some kind of choice around love. And there are obstacles and challenges where this is concerned. I am going to clarify all of these energies. Yes, you definitely have someone from your past returning, Pisces. Yes, okay. 8 of Cups in reverse is someone from your past returning. This is someone with the 6 of Cups. This is someone who, these are the only 2 cards that fell upright. So this is like what I feel like is one choice that you have here, Pisces. And this is definitely someone where, you know, I feel like you got to a certain point with this person. I feel like there was some level of investment. There was some level of understanding of the other person. It doesn't have to be that you were in a relationship with the 6 of Cups. This could be a friendship, or this could be, you know, just something where there was some kind of equal give and take here. But there's just this energy of, you know, there was some level of getting to know each other. There was also some level of breaking down some of the walls of intimacy that we hold within ourselves, and probably that they hold within themselves. It may have been kind of one of those deep soul connections where, you know, you just feel like you can tell them anything. So there's like this closeness that occurs very naturally and very organically that doesn't just happen with everyone else. And, you know, with the 8 of Cups, it's like we were somewhere, we weren't nowhere. This isn't someone that you just randomly met on the subway, said hello to, and then, you know, never saw again. This is definitely someone where there was some type of exchange back and forth between you that led somewhere. But someone ended up walking away. But with the 6 of Cups here, you know, it's one of those things that you just never stop thinking about. You just never totally let it go. You're always like, that's that one person from my past that, you know what I mean? They kind of play that role. And with the 7 of Pentacles here, you know, it is a seed that was planted that never really came to fruition. And it's kind of like one of those things that you have remained curious about, whether it will, whether it can, whether it could, whether it is strong enough, whether it is, you know, meant to be, is what's coming across to me. Okay. You have something new. For some of you, you have not met this person. For others of you, you have. Pisces, I feel like you're looking for something very specific here. I feel like you're looking for the Ten of Pentacles. You're looking for something that is going to be solid and stable, that you're actually investing into with another person, and you're building it, you're growing it, and it's something that will, you know, continue to gain stability and strength over the course of time, little by little, but it could last forever. You are not interested in any kind of player, anyone who wants to be in and out. It feels like you've already experienced that, and it's been something that has been a very difficult chapter to close, or something that's been hard to let go of or to stop thinking about. And it's like you already have that. You're not looking for that. But I feel like either someone has come in already, and you may have sort of thought that they were someone who could potentially be in and out. This is, I just want to clarify it. I'm going to clarify it with this. For some of you, for some of you, this may be someone who actually really is in your environment or around you, who actually does deeply desire an opportunity with you, Pisces, who hasn't come forward for whatever reason, or they may be sort of feeling the situation out, or there's... It's almost like if we were to pursue this desire with this person, for some of you, this may be about the past person, but because we're clarifying the Lovers, for me, and I feel this sense of for most of you, there is some type of choice happening here. I feel like this can be someone new, but this can also be something from your past that never really got off the ground, where someone was not free to follow their desire. And we did have that there was something coming in between us. So it may have been that in the past there was some kind of situation where distance was between you, another person was between you, another commitment was between you. When we met, we felt it all, we knew it all, we knew that this could be the thing. Or that this could be paradise, or that this could be, that if we did have the chance to really pursue it, if we were free to go after what we desire, if we were free to take advantage of this opportunity, it would go somewhere serious. It would be, we are soulmates, that we enjoy life together, we like the same things. It would be that ideal connection. It would be exactly what I'm looking for. Which can also be why it's so hard to let that thought go. Especially because it seems there's a lot of chemistry here. For others of you, this is either someone you haven't met yet, or someone who's in your environment who feels passionately towards you, who's definitely very attracted to you, who hasn't made a move yet. A part of me feels that why they haven't made a move is because they don't want to come across as a player. You may have known them in another relationship, like that they were in a relationship with someone else, or you may have, it's like, I feel something here reputationally or like someone who knows the way that they come across, or they know how it would look because of something something that you know about them, or something that you sense about them, or they may sense that you are really looking for that red flag in people. And it feels like someone who, when they come in or when they go for this, they want to have something planned, or it's like they want to even have their life ready for this relationship, because they see it being very serious. They see you potentially being the one for them, and they don't want to just sort of follow this desire that they have, or follow this passion for they have. They don't want it to be about physicality. They want it to be about, I feel like, deep conversation. They want to sweep you off your feet. They want to they want to create the love story. It's like, I don't know how else to say it, but it's like they don't want to come in the typical way, or even the typical way for them. It's like they want to treat this differently from the beginning, because in their eyes it is different. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, the attraction is there, but there's also this intrigue, or there's something that's different and deeper. And it could be just that they feel some type of soul level connection with you. But it's like they know if they come in the wrong energy, they're going to be on their back foot. That's what I keep getting. Like, they're going to be always trying to recover from it. And so they definitely want to show you that they're more serious, or that they are kind of the better option. It could even be that they may know about the past situation. They may even be someone that you confided in about the past situation for some of you. All right. Okay. Oh, wow. So Pisces, you have this energy of the Ace of Cups being clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Three of Pentacles in reverse with the Strength card, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Hermit. So, all right, what I definitely see is you have someone whose way of thinking entrapped them. What they were telling themselves, their limited belief system. They may have had a limited belief system in regards to commitment or love, or, you know, it's also someone who's unwilling to see the opportunity that's in front of their face. So it can be where, you know, someone really just was not looking for a relationship, or they were not looking for, you know, Mr. or Mrs. Right to walk through their door. I feel like this person was very resistant to this energy. You know, they may have even rejected it, or they may have even, you know, just like acted like it was something normal, or just any other day, or any other connection, or any other situation. And but with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, this is someone who, it's like when you talked about future plans, they sort of were like, yeah, you know, with no meaningful response, with no enthusiasm, with no, like, yeah, and we can do this and we can do that, and it could be like this, and da 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 da, and, you know, I'd really like to get a dog, and, you know, I found this awesome house that's for sale, or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just someone who's like, yeah, because you could, and you may have even intuitively sensed that this person really wasn't where you were, or you weren't really on the same page. Even though they were sort of going along with the motion of it, they weren't really truly sharing a vision. They weren't really truly sharing a plan, and they weren't really truly putting effort into this desired outcome, or, you know, what was potentially able to be built there. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like you know, when someone doesn't say just flat out like no, or when someone doesn't say, I'd hate that, I can't imagine something worse than that, when you're sharing your dreams, when they're going along with it and they're like, yeah, that would be really beautiful, oh yeah, I'd love that, and then they don't, and then they're like, all right, we'll see ya, bye. You know what I mean? It's like, wait, but I thought we were connecting, but wait, I thought you wanted the same things that I wanted. You know what I mean? And oftentimes it doesn't make sense. And, you know, this can, I am, for some of you, I am getting this energy where this person wasn't actually free to invest in this, you know. It keeps coming up. So for some of you, I feel like you're definitely dealing with someone who's either married or in another relationship, or committed on such a deep level to something else, their children, their job, where they live, something that makes it so that in their own head it's just not a practical possibility that this could actually be. Do you see what I'm saying? And so it's like, while all of that sounds amazing, you know, the decision that I would have to make in order to choose that is impossible, is like the energy that I get. And it's with the Eight of Swords and the Four of Cups, it's like, I can't see it any other way. I can't get myself out of this thought pattern, or out of, you know, something that I'm committed to, something that's making me stuck, something that's, you know, my hands are tied, you know. And so even though this opportunity, this Ace of Cups, is right in front of my face, I can't take it. I can't accept it. Well, I see this person overcoming that with the Strength card and the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like this person is, you know, taming that way of thinking. They're breaking that pattern. They're breaking that cycle. And if you're dealing with someone who was in another relationship, with the Hermit here, this is a single energy. So even if the person's in a relationship, there's still this, they are having their own vivid thought pattern. You know what I mean? They're thinking singularly, you know what I'm saying? And they're focused on what they themselves want here. They're asking themselves, and it may be, do I want what I have, or do I want to make this major choice and decision to, you know, stop collaborating where I'm at and really offer something solid and stable here to Pisces, and finally accept this cup of love that has been offered by the divine, this opportunity and love. This may be what's weighing very heavily on their mind. And it is something that they are processing by themselves. They're not processing this with another person. They're not sharing these thoughts. They're not even sharing this wish fulfillment with another person. This is just them with them, asking themselves, you know, what do I want? And when we see the Strength card here, the Strength card is where we really overcome the lower vibrational tendencies and energies that we have within ourselves that like sabotage us and prevent us from being in our highest and best. And with the Ace of Pentacles, there is this, you know, desire to offer something that is solid, that is stable, that is worthy of something, you know, that is, you know, it's almost, for me, I'm getting, it's like an acknowledgement that what I have offered so far was so nothing, was so not there and non-existent, that I really want to give you something that you can hang your hat on, something that you understand the worth and the weight and the value of. Do you know what I mean? Like something more here. And it does feel like it's something that this person really hasn't been able to offer you in the past. But I think they haven't been able to offer it because they didn't know what they wanted, or they didn't feel like it was within their ability to choose what they actually wanted. And sort of like someone who feels like their world is very small. Like I only, I've committed to this, or my hands are tied to this situation, and I'm not looking for a way to really expand that, or I'm not looking for a way to accommodate more than just that. This is all I can think about. This is all that I have space for. Kind of an energy. All right, obstacles and challenges for Pisces. Star card energy. Let me put some clothes on the star card. All right. For some of you, I feel there's definitely some kind of divorce or some kind of difficult ending. I feel with the King of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse, somebody there's something that's happening in this person's life. Ten of Swords in the world is definitely an ending of some kind here. And with the King of Pentacles in reverse, this is a loss of stability. This is a loss financially, possibly. Oh yeah, I haven't even looked at all the cards that came out. Yeah. This person, okay. All right. Okay, so you have someone in some kind of upheaval, and this really is the future position. So there is an energy of I think this person is finally making a choice to leave someone, if this is a third party situation, or this person is, ready to change something or disrupt this kind of comfort zone situation that they've created for themselves. Like, for example, if you're at a distance from someone and it's like their life is just comfortable where they are, they know what it is, it's easy, or whatever, they're established, they have their job established. This is someone who may be willing to, I don't want to say let it go, but take a shot, or step out of their comfort zone here. Because it's almost like the universe is forcing them there. You know what I mean? With the tower is divine intervention. And it's kind of like when you get into like monotony in life, or when you stop growing, you stop expanding, or you just start saying, well, this is just the way it is, and so I'm just doing this because I don't have any other choice. When the reality is, you're just sort of, it's stable. You know what it is. It doesn't challenge you. It's not asking anything more of you. Maybe you go to work 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 or whatever and collect your paycheck, and you have a decent life, and you're hanging out with the same crew of people or whatever it is. But we're not really made for comfort zones. That's not really why we're here, to find a comfort zone and to just sit there and stay in it. We're meant for growth. We're meant for expansion. We're meant for challenges. We're meant, and they come in many, many different forms. But I'm going to clarify this tower, but with the tower energy here, this is like someone who, that kind of life can slowly kill you, right? Where, where you're just accepting what you have, and you're not asking yourself, is there anything more? That kind of life of just sort of being like, yeah, But I get, like, this person may be surrounded by people, but with a lot of opinions too. Wow. Wow. Sorry, guys. This is definitely occurring this shakeup, hang on, I'm getting the hiccups. Let me get some coffee. This shakeup is actually happening to illuminate for this person their own suffering. So, for example, let's say someone is married and there's really not a ton of love. There's not a lot of emotional security or emotional stability. It's sort of, it's a marriage of, well, we're financially tied to each other. I would have to take a loss. My life would really change. I'm not really staying here because this is the highest and best expression of my life, or this is what I'm really looking for. This is like really meeting my needs. I'm staying here because I'm afraid of what my life would look like if I didn't have this. Like, I know it would mean a material loss. I know that the end would be difficult. I know that this person would verbally at least attack me. And what I would have to go through would be a lot of suffering. Yet, this person may not realize the ways in which they're suffering every single day, staying there, staying in it. Especially like if you're dealing with someone who gaslights and stuff like that, that stuff kills you slowly. It takes away your spirit. It takes away your sense of reality. It takes away your alignment with you. It takes away your ability to stay the pillar of consciousness in your own life, because you're constantly having reality restated to you in a way that makes you somehow unworthy or somehow inherently always at fault. And when you go through that, even if in the beginning you can tell yourself, oh, I know that's not true, or, oh, that's so crappy that they said that to me, but I know, I can still, over the course of time, it's like you stop really being able, you stop fighting, you stop telling yourself that like those things, you don't really know anymore. You're not really sure anymore what is what. And so there is this tower moment, which is divine intervention, which is an opportunity for this person to have a breakthrough to see how this is actually really affecting them, or how, like, what sort of, how they're already suffering, and how, yeah, they can end it and they can walk away and they can suffer this one last time or whatever. If they have kids or whatever, they may be tied to this person for some time, but at the same time, once those kids are 18, I don't know. I don't want to go too down too deep a path specifically. But there's just this energy of realizing that there could be an end in sight if I just stop the bleeding now. And so with the Tower is being clarified by the Three of Swords and the World card, and this is like, well, it's an abrupt kind of ending, right? It's an abrupt sort of opportunity for some major change and just to let it all sort of fall apart. So I don't know if it's initiated by this person. I sort of don't necessarily feel like it is, but whatever this blockage was happening in this connection for you, Pisces, we're clarifying the Five of Wands, the blockage, the obstacle, and the challenge. It seems to be coming to an end. You have the World card twice and the Ten of Swords here. There is something about the mentality of this person with the Four of Swords being in reverse. It's almost like this person needs to heal, or this person needs what I'm just getting is space, the absence of just the time to let north be north again, and south be south again, and east be east again, and west be west again. That's just how it's coming across to me. It's like to recalibrate their compass. It's like all out of whack. And with the Eight of Pentacles here, this can be where this person is really focusing on work and just sort of letting the chips fall where they may, in a way. Like, it's so strange. I mean, it makes sense, but it's a very hard thing to put into words, because it's not that this person is actively healing or that this person, you know, is going into some cycle like that. It's like, it's literally sort of like coming to a place with a new normal that they're comfortable with. Where I just keep getting not actively doing something, but allowing it to sort of just take residence in their life. I don't, all right, I think I'm going to leave it there because I'll just muddy the water if I keep going. But that does seem to be a big deal. Like, they may start communicating, you know, with the Four of Swords being in reverse. They may reach out to you. But there is this thing of this person is either still going through this major change or they've just come out of this major change and they haven't had an opportunity to really establish themselves or to come into their own power or to find their own strength, with the Magician card on the bottom of the deck. It's like they themselves have to find the ability to find their own way. Like, this is an important part, an important step in the process. And Pisces, if this is you and this is a new relationship coming in, the obstacle and the what it is that you're what's happening here is that you may have been in a relationship, for some of you kind of a long relationship, that was really draining, that was really taking a lot out of you. And that was actually, it's like with the King of Pentacles in reverse, it's like you were giving a lot to the situation. You were the person in the situation that had the stability to offer, the knowledge to offer, the wherewithal to offer. And it's like you were giving, giving, giving. And this person was like taking, 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 and not really maybe necessarily returning it. And I feel like the universe interfered and may have broken apart this relationship. And I feel like you have been in a period of time, maybe not where you're actively seeking healing or something like that, but where you're just coming into a space where, you know, you may have focused on other things or you may have focused on what was in front of you. But this has been a really important time for you to find your own strength, your own power, your own, your own ability to kind of make things happen for yourself. There's definitely some kind of wish fulfillment coming here. You have the Star card on the bottom of the deck. And, you know, our obstacles and our delays teach us and inform us, and they're there for a reason. And, you know, I feel like in this case, whether this is a brand new opportunity in love, whether this is a past person coming back, whether it is both, this has been something that has taken the course that it's taken for a multitude of reasons, but mostly, ultimately, for the greater success of It's like at some point here coming up, you're going to be able to say, oh, that's why that happened. Oh, that's why that happened. Oh, I get it now. It's going to start to fall into place. It's going to start to make sense. You're completing a big cycle here with 2 world cards and the 10 of swords that has not been easy, where there have been a lot of learning lessons, where you have had to lose in order to ultimately win. Does that make sense? It's like you had to find what you have found within yourself. I do feel like this is something that, you know, this, you're about to see the result of why you kind of went through, why life took the course that it took, or why love took the course that it took. You know, and I keep getting, it is for the ultimate success. And it is ultimately your wish fulfillment. It may come in a different package. It may look a little bit different than you thought it was going to look. It may, you know, if it was left to you, you may have said, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. And it may not be that. But whatever it is, when you settle into it, or when, and when I say settle into it, I in no means mean you're settling, because this does not in any way feel like settling. But when you come to a place of peace with it, or a place of acceptance with it, or a place of understanding, it's like you will be able to even look back on yourself with no judgment and say, I understand why I took the path I took. I understand why I made those choices there, but I also understand why this is my fate, or why this is actually the expression of my wish fulfillment. And it's different than what I thought the expression of my wish fulfillment would look like. Do you know what I mean? Especially if, even though I see a past person coming back here, definitely for a lot of you, there is this energy of like, if you were really focused on it being one person, and it may be someone else, but that connection may have in some way led you to this someone else. And then it's like you understand and you realize like how it all fits together, or how it all makes sense, or why it all was the way that it was. Like there's this moment of true understanding with the world card coming out twice, of wow, okay, this is the completion of that cycle. This is, I'm no longer looking, I'm no longer on that path, I'm on a different path. I'm seeing things clearly, and I'm, you know, the world card is an energy of being blissed out. You know, it is an energy of being super happy. And oftentimes we leave that out. We don't talk about that. You know, we talk about it as an ending of a cycle, but it is the feeling of oneness with all that is, which is an absolutely blissed out feeling. When we feel connected without boundaries, without interference, without obstruction to everything that is, that sense of connection just lifts us so much higher, into like a very high state of happiness. And it's really actually different than happiness. It is bliss, I feel. But anyway, you have this energy here of, with the 5, the Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. This is, you know, it can be, this is your gateway to that higher love, that spiritual love, that committed, you know, exploration of joy and contentment with another person. That, you know, with commitment comes a deeper sense of, I want to say comfort, and not that it's like you get married and you just, it's like you can run around in sweatpants and not care, not try to be attractive, or, you know what I mean? That's not what I'm saying. But it is this energy of, okay, yeah, we're not just going to have one disagreement and part ways, like can happen when you're just dating. We have made this vow to each other, and so in order to separate, we have to go through an entire process. And it's not to say that it doesn't happen where, you know, you get married and people are flaky and stop showing up and whatever. But for the most part, when you are going to go through the entire process of getting married and committing to one another, there is this sense that, okay, well, we have to earn our way out of it at this point. So we you know, we have the opportunity to explore on a deeper level this relationship and the ability to find happiness here, without so much fear in getting in the way. This definitely feels like something that's fated. This definitely feels like divine timing. And it definitely feels like something that had to happen the way that it happened in order for the result to be what the result will be here. And it is definitely, it marks the completion of a really difficult cycle. So this could finally be you getting an opportunity with a true spiritual love, someone who is ready to commit, someone who is free of all other obligations and can actually really show up, someone who has done the work, someone who is empowered and knows that they do have the tools to be in a connection and they're looking to be in a connection. Not someone you have to convince or prove anything to. It's someone who is really willing and ready to show up. It can be where you have someone from the past who prioritized, you know, other voices, other people, other people's opinions and thoughts over their own, over what was possible in this connection, who's ready to really let that go, leave that behind and show up here. It can be where you were in a relationship with someone who was not free to follow their desire at the time for whatever reason, time, distance, work, another relationship, whatever it is, where they really were stuck for a long time and they really felt that they had messed it up so bad that there was no hope. And, you know, maybe they told themselves that and that brought them comfort and gave them the ability to not make any progress or to not take any steps to change anything for some time. But they have come across the tower, and you know that they have had some experience with divine intervention that has shown them the ways in which not bringing something to an end is actually draining them and affecting them, where they've kind of maybe turned a blind eye to it. In the past, it's become really, really clear to them and they're having to take action on it, or they're having some kind of breakthrough as a result of it. But Pisces, you're definitely closing out a cycle and you're definitely getting some new opportunities. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. You have 4 aces in this reading. So you definitely have opportunities coming through on multiple fronts, I would say. Not just in a relationship, but this feels like a brand new kind of chapter in your life. And I feel like things are about to begin to kind of make sense. Why things have happened the way that they have happened, why they've unfolded this way, why there was someone from your past that was really hard to let go. I mean, all of these things may start coming to a place where it's like, okay, I understand. Okay, I see it clearly now. Okay, I understand how things fit together here. I'm going to take a look at your best possible outcome here for Pisces, please. At this time, we are moving toward this eclipse energy, and eclipses signify change, and you have a lot of change in your reading here. So I feel like this is very poignant timing for you, Pisces. What is the best possible out? Oh my gosh. First card shooting out upright. 10 of Cups and the King of Wands. Oh my. Wow, we're getting repeat energies here. Amazing. Yeah. Wow. Oh my God, Pisces. Okay, I just have to censor my, gotta give some crystal clothes to my people here. Yeah, you have, all right, Pisces. Well, Your best possible outcome is emotional contentment with another person. Now, whether or not it is the person that you are hoping it is at this point, I'm not sure, but you have a King of Wands and you have an Emperor here, one of which I think is going to inspire you to take a leap of faith. But you will be seeing things very clearly, and this is that the Queen of Swords is that moment where it's like there is a deeper level of understanding and transformation. It's like, instead of, you know, looking back and being like, oh man, that happened to me, you know, that wasn't nice, or that wasn't fair, or that hurt, or that caused my suffering, or that made me get all up in my head, or, you know, whatever. It's like you're not thinking that way anymore. It is clear to you. It is you are realizing how it all happened for you, how it all worked out perfectly, how it all unfolded exactly the way that it was meant to. And even that thought and that way of viewing it, it all in and of itself brings about a huge transformation, I feel like, for you personally, Pisces. Just being able to look back and go, oh yeah, that definitely happened in my best interest. Yeah, that worked out, or that didn't work out for me. I do feel like some of you definitely have more than one person who is definitely coming towards you. And I feel like, you know, these are both very serious people who know what they want. And for some of you, you may be dealing with an Aries. For others of you, a Leo. For some of you, there may be a Scorpio here, an Aquarius. Those are really the signs that I'm seeing here. But I do think, Pisces, somebody's going to show up and they're going to be worth the risk. And you're going to be willing to let whatever you have to go. There's just something about this Fool card. You see how he's smelling the rose? Like, he could give a crap less that he's just hanging on the edge of this cliff with one hand, and everything that he thought was an absolute necessity is falling to the ground far below him. He's not even worried. He's smelling a rose. That's love. That's love. You just don't care what else is happening. It tastes so sweet and it smells so good, you know? So I feel like, Pisces, this is right around the corner for you. Let me see about this Tower energy. You know, I don't ever leave a Tower uncovered, but this is clearly, I feel like, someone from your past who felt that they could not accept a new beginning in love because for whatever reason they were not able to accept it. They've had some kind of breakthrough. I do feel like this is the King of Wands showing up as someone who knows what they want and they're ready to go after it. I feel like you also have someone, the Emperor feels more like a quiet observer, or someone who, it's like this person who may be hanging back and wanting to show up in the best possible energy and wanting to show you how serious they are, and maybe putting all of the plan in place or making all the decisions in their life now to set this thing up for success. But someone here is going to make life smell very sweet, feel very sweet here, and maybe even make you feel like you are out of your own comfort zone. But with the Star card coming out twice in your reading, this is all about wish fulfillment, and it's all about this is happening exactly when it's supposed to. Dang, I said that and I looked at the bottom of the deck and the Wheel of Fortune's on the bottom of the deck. The Tower for Pisces. Wow. Okay, so this is, this Tower is definitely, I feel like, associated with this person. It can be you, Pisces, where you've just been really disappointed and just really felt like there was never anything to invest. And now there's opportunity just coming in out of just shocking you out of this energy. With the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords, you have suffered and this has caused fear, or this person has suffered and has been afraid, and this Tower is blowing that up. This Tower is like, no, we're not doing that anymore. And with the King of Swords, or the Knight of Swords in reverse, this is an energy of sort of acting sort of recklessly or making very quick decisions based on fear or suffering. Like, I don't want to suffer, so I'm running away from suffering, or I'm running away from anything that may be a challenge or that could potentially make me feel something, thereby could have the potential to cause my suffering. I'm bolting from it. And someone who is also very motivated by fear. So they bolt before they have a chance to really discover what the potential of something is, or before they really get to taste how good it can be. It's kind of a self-sabotaging behavior. With the Knight of Pentacles, it's like it maybe has taken this person a long time, but this person has walked away from this energy, or this person has made great strides to be more reliable and more consistent and less, you know, ruled by fear and suffering, and more ruled by something solid and stable and an ability to like build something or have something of substance at some point. It just, I feel like it's been a slow road. And so this can either be you or it can be your person, Pisces. But either way, I do feel like a lot of you have two people. And I do feel like one of them is going to be someone that makes you go all in, Pisces, in the near future. All right, so let me get you your message cards. I'm going to do it just the same as I always do today. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. Pisces, I wish I could take it back. If you're dealing with a water sign, I feel like I ruined everything. I can see myself with you for the long term. I find you incredibly attractive. Sorry, I'm getting those hiccups. It always happens when I'm drinking and talking at the same time. All right, if you're dealing with a fire sign, I am intimidated by you. I need time. Our story isn't over yet. Fights, arguments, and conflict. I want to work things out. If you're dealing with an earth sign, you're getting, this was just a fling. I don't believe that. You deserve better than me. Finances are a problem. This is someone who makes a lot of excuses. If you're dealing with an air sign, you're getting, I feel like I can't give you what you need. I miss you. I'm not ready. Long distance. And there was someone interfering in our relationship. Pisces, this is what I have for you today. I hope it helps. I hope it brought you some peace and clarity. If it did, let me know. Like, share, subscribe, comment. I love to hear from you. Until next time, guys, I send you off with all my very best. Always, always, always. Bye-bye, guys.